Good afternoon and welcome to the Perkins Garages YouTube channel for another walk around video. This one here is a fantastic red Ford Puma Titanium featuring the 1 litre EcoBoost engine that provides you 125 PS of power. That 125 PS of power is then transmitted through a beautiful 7-speed automatic gearbox. We are registered on a 70 registration, so we're going to take Ford warranty with us until November 2023. The vehicle itself is incredibly low mileage. We've only done 2,400 miles on this vehicle, so it is a low mileage and it's in top condition. So without further ado, let me take you round this lovely titanium Puma and show you what it has to offer. Like always, let's begin at the front bumper and more specifically the front headlights. So the bits that appear to be flashing at the moment is what's called a daytime running lamp. So that's LED filament around the outer perimeter of the lamp there, giving you added visibility in their daytime conditions. A little disclaimer, they will appear to be flashing in your video due to the frequency in which the video is recorded at. Let me assure you, they'll look amazing in real life. Down there we have front fogs and we have front parking sensors that try all the way around the front bumper. Before we get to the wheels, if we look up, in there we have a sensor for rain sensing wipers and automatic headlights. We'll cover that once we're inside the vehicle. We have the 10-spoke 17-inch machine cut alloy wheels. And we're just going to zoom past that. We've got so much spec to cover. This vehicle has the driver assistance pack, so you'll notice in the wing mirrors there a little blind spot assist monitor, and again that's part of the driver assistance pack. We have rear privacy glass at the back here as well, so it's nice and dark all the way around the rear. So if I could just hold you here, and we're going to shimmy our way down the vehicle, and you can see all of the panels in all its glory. I forgot to give you a zoom up on the wheels, let's do it here, sorry. This again is a 17-inch machine cut alloy wheel. These are all fitted with Goodyear tyres as standard. Like so. Okay, we can see one parking sensor, 2, 3, 4, 5 parking sensors, so rear parking sensors, and they are complemented lovely with a rear reversing camera. I'll show you that from inside the vehicle in a second. But now we're at the near side rear. I'll just flick the key once more on the remote central lock-in, show you a bit of the LED rear headlights as well. Then we'll cover the near side of the body. So once again, we're going to start at the top. I'm going to shimmy my way down, like so. And we're going to warp with it all the way to the near side front wheel. Like so. And bring our way down. Again, we've got blind spot assist in both of the wing mirrors, so you'll even get one on the near side as well. So if someone's coming down in the inside lane and you haven't noticed them, the blind spot assist monitor will pick that up for you before it's an issue. Okay, right, I'm just going to release the boot there. You do have the little release point just to the left hand side of the camera there. Inside the boot of the Pumas we have an incredibly large volume. We have a different adjustable height for the floor there, so you can pin in the floor to different heights. And like always on this Puma, if I just get that out of the way, we do have the Ford Mega Box underneath there. So that supports 70 kilos of weight. We have a nice drain plug at the bottom, so you can wash your wellies, wash your dog, anything you like, but it keeps the interior of the vehicle nice and fresh and nice and clean. In that little packet down there is a tyre cylinder kit and a compressor kit, so you're always going to be going in the right direction when you need to be. But we'll put that down to a lower position there. You can just see how much volume is in the back of these Pumas. So ready for all our life's adventures, whether it's suitcases, anything like that, you can fit in there, not a problem. Okay, so close up the rear boot, and I'm a massive fan of the darker black badging as well. I think that really does stand out, especially with this beautiful red colour. Okay, let's have a look inside the rear. So we've got the classic titanium seating in here, so it's a real perforated cloth interior, defined beautifully by some grey silverish stitching there. Both the near side rear and the offside rear are ISOFIX seats, so get those little kiddie seats and clip them in using the little red bracket behind the seat. So keep them nice and secure as you're going along. So I'll give you a nice little view of the seats there, and we'll pan outwards. I've got to say, we've got some nice grey cloth on the door cards as well, and we've got some electric windows on every corner, as to be expected. Okay, let's have a look inside the driver's seat. So inside the driver's area we have 4 electric windows, mirror controls and interior locking just next to the door handle. Let's pan around now. We have a manually adjustable seat on this one, so you've got rear tilt, you've got lumbar support there as well for those of you with a bad back and you need to be nice and supported, a ratchet for the height adjustment and the conventional rail to go forward and backwards. As you can see, we've got some really lovely condition. They look like they've never been sat in, to be honest with you. They are perfect, and I like the two-tone colourway on those as well. Okay, so please excuse the mic distortion for a second just whilst I get inside the vehicle. Right, so we're on a 7-speed automatic vehicle and we have keyless start and a stop button there as well. Pop your foot on the brake, the light will go green and that will enable you to turn on the engine of the vehicle. My apologies, I do believe I've got the 2 and the 7 muddled up the wrong way. So this vehicle is indeed actually done 7,400 miles. Let me just turn down the blower motor quickly. Wonderful. There we are. So we're looking around the trip there. So the mileage at the top there, just to confirm once more, again, I got that wrong, I do apologise, 7,484 miles on this one. Okay, zooming out once more, on the left hand side is an RPM gauge and on the right hand side is the speedo. At the bottom we have a coolant temperature sensor and a fuel gauge as well. Being an automatic vehicle, at the bottom we're going to have the gear selection indicator as well. So as you go through the different gears, you get the orange illumination appear on the dial at the bottom. Just above that we have a digital driver display. If I just pan out slightly, we can control that using the arrows on the right hand side of the steering wheel. For example, let's have a little flick through. We have your trip computers, we have a My View setting there, so we can customise that as you please, whether it's fuel economy, trip computers, eco coach and a calm screen on there as well. Coming down once more, again I said earlier we have the driver assistance pack, so again that includes your blind spot assist in both the near side and the offside wing mirror there. If you can see it, doesn't get to focus, but you'll get a really lovely orange illumination come up in there if someone was in your blind spot. So really nice system if you're on the motorway a lot. Other than that, we do have the pre-collision assist. We've got a forward-facing radar at the front bumper, and that will obviously get on the brakes if you didn't notice, and it will lessen the severity or completely avoid impact altogether. So it's a really nice bit of driver assistance software. Apart from that, we've got traffic sign recognition. So you might notice just at the bottom of the menu there, we do have a 50 miles per hour sign. So just as you come into Perkins, that's what it last saw. Lane keeping system, driver alert, wrong way alert, cross traffic alert. We've got an eco coach, cruise control, and last but not least, a speed limiter. Very essential if you're in a town or a city. You can limit your speeds, you're not going to exceed the speed limit and get yourself a ticket. That brings me on lovely to talk about the left hand side of the steering wheel, is where you'll find all of your adaptive cruise control, your lane centering and all of your other cruise control settings. Very easy to use. It's a really ergonomic place just to reside your thumb over the buttons, set your speed, set your distance. Yeah, it's a nice user-friendly system, and yeah, it's going to save you money on fuel in the long run. Again, just to go over it once more, that controlled the infotainment, the digital driver display even. We've got a voice command, previous and next song, and a pick up and decline phone call. So, voice command, that's one of my favourite topics to discuss if you've watched my videos before, because in this day and age you cannot be touching your phone whilst driving. So there's 2 bits of key software this Sync 3.4 module can give you. One of them is Apple CarPlay and the other is Android Auto. If you were to click that, you still have the voice command that the Ford system can give you. But other than that, if you do have a smartphone, Android or Apple, plug it in using a USB data cable and it will mirror your phone onto this screen here. So you can activate Siri, Google Assistant, and you can ask it to do a multitude of different things whilst you're driving, obviously keeping your hands off of your phone. This screen has so much to offer. I'm going to try and remember everything first and foremost. I'm going to try and give you a nice navigation around it. So to begin, this is your home page if you like. So you can see a split of the map, radio station and your phone connectivity just down there as well. Let's begin in audio. From here you can see install all of your favourite radio stations, and whether that's AM, FM or DAB for example, you can soon go in there and program all of your favourite stations. To return back to where we were, click the home button in the top left hand side of the screen. Phone in there as well, so we can add your phone via Bluetooth if you require. This bit here is your navigation, so this is sync navigation, and I'll give you a quick demonstration. For example, you're going to come to Perkins Garages, we'll click the search bar, and we're going to go for Charlie Mike 776 Sierra Alpha, postcode of Perkins. Click search, speak to the GPSs up in the sky, and navigate us a route nice and quickly. But don't forget, we can also have those navigations appear on the screen there as well, so once you do start your sync navigation, all the directions will appear in front of you. Again, trying to keep your eyes on the road at all times. So that's about the navigation. I won't start it because it might start shouting at me. We'll come out of there. Again, we have different settings in here, so you can navigate through that nice and easily. And we've got your vehicle, valet mode, and all sorts in there as well. So you've got tons and tons you can do with this screen. If I was to go further south once more, we have all your sound settings in there. So you click on that and you can expand the screen so you can adjust the sound settings accordingly. So if you close that once more, we have the rear reversing camera I mentioned earlier. So we can go on there. We also have the park guidelines as well. Please notice to the top right hand side of the screen is where you'll find your parking sensors. So you can see the little bit that's greyed out in front and behind. It will give you a colour band and also give you the continuous beep that will intensify as you get closer to the object. So that's the rear reversing camera. Now whilst we're on the topic of parking and reversing, well, we're actually going forward, this button down here is the Forward Active Park Assist. So one click of that button there and you can see the Forward Active Park Assist screen appear. From there you can dictate where it's a bay park, perpendicular, parallel park. So you use the indicators to dictate which side of the road it is, and quite literally I might even be able to demonstrate where I am at the back of the yard here. We've got a lot of space, and where I am reversing into the back of the angle, let's see if I can demonstrate this. So my hands are not on the steering wheel. Oh, there we go, look. So it's going to say we're now parked. There we are. So it's a little demonstration of the wheel moving itself. Very clever system. I shall put the vehicle back into park just so I don't forget. So that's a little bit about the Forward Park Assist and how it works. So yeah, let's continue. Just below we do have the heating, ventilation and air conditioning controls. Left hand side is your fan speed, and to the right hand side is your temperature controls. So you can easily adjust the temperature and you'll get a digital readout on the sync module as you increase or decrease the temperature. Other than that, we do have the classic forward heated front screen. One click of that button on a frosty morning and all your neighbours are going to be extremely jealous because your screen is going to be defrosted in a matter of seconds and your hands are still going to be nice and warm. Apart from that, we have rear and front max demist. We have an automatic setting, different flow of vents in the middle there, recirculation, air conditioning and max aircon at the bottom there. Moving this shifter out the way ever so slightly, we have a 12-volt socket and a USB port there as well. A quick glimpse of the gearbox selector, park, reverse, normal, neutral, drive and low range. And the bottom there we also have a series of buttons once more. The button on the right hand side is the Forward Active Park Assist once more, traction control system off, we have a mode button, automated stop start and parking sensors on and off as well. This button here, if I was just to show you on the dashboard very quickly, as I click it we have selectable drive modes such as Eco, Sport, we have a slippery and a trail there as well, so you can easily select your drive mode for the given situation. Okay, I believe I've covered quite a lot in this video. I hope you found it useful. Give you a quick little panning view of the passenger seat like so. Any questions, like always, the number you need is 01376 550 899. We look forward to speaking with you soon. Bye bye for now.